Eggs, one of the most versatile camping foods there is. I'm going to show you 3 easy meals to cook that progressively get slightly more difficult as we go along. So for the first one, you're going to need eggs, obviously, some bread, some tomato pesto, and a bit of oil. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our chopping board and we're going to cut a little hole out of it. And we're going to eat that bit. Now we're going to take our tomato pesto and we're just going to cover that. Lovely. And then we're going to get our pan on. Put a drop of oil in there, like so. Just keep giving it a little move so it doesn't stick to your pan. We're just trying to get that nice crispy coating on the bottom side. And while that's doing that, we'll put some more pesto on this side. You want your stove on as low as it can go, because otherwise it will burn before it crisps up. Right, that should do it. So now, the tricky part, we need to flip it over. Just grab your 2 corners, flip it over. Lovely. And now you can see we're getting that lovely caramelisation of that tomato. And then we want our egg to just pop in the middle. Lovely. And then ideally you want a lid for your saucepan. And we'll just let that bake. Lovely. And there we go, tomato pesto eggs. It's the caramelising of the tomato pesto that makes it tasty. Anyway, there we go. There's eggs level 1. Right folks, eggs level 2. For this one, we're going to need a tomato, sliced, half an onion, chopped, a chunk of cheese, sliced, and some bacon, chopped, some mini tortillas, and 2 eggs. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fry my tomatoes. Tomato slices. There we go, that's those fried. Now we just put those to the side. Next thing we want to do is fry our onions and bacon. Until our onions are nice and soft. Oh, I tell you what, this is going to make your camping neighbours feel hungry. That smells lovely. Right, so that'll do for that. We'll put that aside. Now, the next bit, take your tortillas. And what we want to do with this is pop one in your pan, like so, and then wet it. Give it a good bit of water, get it nice and wet. Right, let that soak for a moment. While that does that, take your bacon and onions, and we want to crack 2 eggs in there. And then give it a bit of a scramble. Mix all that up. Looks revolting, but it's going to taste yummy. Now let's take a frying pan, take our tortilla out, take the excess water out, pop that on there. I want to put a tortilla in there. Take our egg mixture, like so. Your heat wants to be on the lowest it can possibly go. You want another tortilla on top, you don't have to wet that one. Take your tomatoes that you fried earlier. Ooh, it's looking good already. And then we want to layer our cheese over the top. And then pop a lid on and wait for about 10 minutes. Beautiful. And there we go, eggs level 2. And it seems like I've got company now. What do you want? You want some? Tortilla wrap, egg, bacon, cheesy thingy-bob, pizza, maybe, don't know. Right, here we go then, eggs level 3. So this one is an Asian-inspired egg fried cabbage type thing. Sounds terrible, but stick with me because it is delicious. For this one, we're going to need half a cabbage, carrot, spring onions, some sesame seeds, a 50-50 mix of teriyaki sauce and soy sauce, a bit of oil, and our trusty old eggs. Now look at that, that's just a table full of goodness right there. Right, so first thing we need to do some chopping. Take a couple of skins off. Throw the knife on the floor. And then we'll finely chop this. Right, there we go, there's our finely chopped cabbage. Get rid of these big fat bits. Next thing, we want to chop our carrot. Right, there we go. Chop them as fine as you can, because it's a root vegetable. They take a long time to cook if they're not chopped nice and fine. There we go. Right, chuck those in there. And then we'll give that a little thin coating of oil. That'll do. Stir that all in, mix it all up. And then we're just going to put that on a really low heat for about 20 minutes. Right, while that's cooking, we'll take our spring onions and we'll finely chop those. Right, that's about halfway done now. So now I'm going to take half my spring onions and just pop those in. And I'm going to take my teriyaki and soy sauce mix and stick about 2 tablespoons full in there. And give that a stir up. Right, there we go, that's been cooking for about 20 to 25 minutes. My carrots are all nice and soft now. That's looking good. So we'll take that off the heat, put that to the side. And now we need our frying pan. Just a touch of oil. And we're just gonna scramble a couple of eggs. There we go, that's got our scrambled egg. Let's pop the cabbage back on again. And then we'll just simply add that to the cabbage. Right, time to start plating up. And then take the rest of our spring onions, pop them on the top, lovely, and then just give it a sprinkle with the old sesame seeds. Beautiful. And there we are, eggs level 3, Asian style egg fried cabbage with spring onions and carrots. Oh, that is delicious. Deceptively delicious. That's really tasty. That's really nice actually. I hope you found that useful, and if you've got any suggestions for any other recipes, leave them down in the comments. And if you'd like to know some more about my budget camping kitchen setup, check this video out here. And I'll see you next time. I'm going to enjoy this.